This is the fastest eTrike I have ever been on. Whoa, okay, we're pushing it now. So this is the LLAMA CT10, and it comes in at $2,499 and has a ton of features packed into it, including a name brand motor that will get you upwards of those top 20-mile-an-hour speeds. Now, a few things about the CT10 that I really like. For one, everything is painted on this bike. There's no generic fenders or anything. They painted the fenders both front and back, including the front basket and the rear basket that are included whenever you purchase this bike. It even has these nice rails back here so you can attach things to it or lock things down. This bike is built like a tank, but can move like a Ferrari. And all that comes down to this motor that's in the back here. This is a hub motor that produces 750 watts of nominal power, but peaks out at a massive 1500 watts. That's gonna give you 90 Newton meters of torque. And that's exactly why this thing can climb the big hill like no other trike that I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and let's test it out. Okay guys, we are here at the bottom of the big hill. And like I said, I think I've only taken up the 750 watt electric version of the trike up this hill, just because this hill is so steep, it usually winds up causing all kinds of problems for a lot of regular e-bikes. And trikes being heavier, they tend to not be as good of hill climbers, but I have a lot of faith in this Bafang motor that they put on this bike. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna give it a shot. I've got it in the hardest gear right now. We'll probably have to shift as we go. We've got 6 gears to choose from. I'm gonna start out with throttle and we're gonna get up to speed and see what this bike can actually do. Get it going here. And I'm just gonna start pedaling. So when I let off that throttle, we can get up to max speed. So we're up to 20 miles an hour before we got to the hill where it really starts. Right here is where it starts. Comes in about probably 10 degrees really quickly, ramps up to about 12 and then 15. Up here where the driveway is, that is where we get to 19 and 20% grade. This is a massive hill, guys. It doesn't look like it on camera, but this is one that's very hard to climb on a regular bike. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shift a gear. Shifted smooth, shift again, nice and smooth. We're maintaining above 12 miles an hour right now, which my minimum for a good hill climber is 10. If it can make it up this hill without dropping below 10, it's a good hill climber. This trike actually climbed better than most regular e-bikes. Never dropped below 12 miles an hour. Very, very impressive. Big motor on this bike, giving it a lot of power so you can climb these hills. So if you live in a hilly area, this is a trike to consider. Let's go ahead and let's test out the pedal assist levels to see exactly how this bike performs in every single pedal assist level. Something that's unique about this bike is that it does have more pedal assist than I've seen on any other e-trike on the market. So you have a lot to choose from. Okay, so we are going to do the pedal assist on this, and I'm actually going to pedal this one because the throttle just goes full all the way up to the top speed, no matter which pedal assist you're in. And part of me really likes that, but also part of me wishes that this came default to where it would follow the guidelines of each individual pedal assist level. I'll have to drill into the menu to see if that's something that you can possibly turn on. Just because it's nice whenever you're in eco mode. For instance, this is going 7 miles an hour while I'm pedaling it. If the throttle would do that too. And if I wanted to go faster with the throttle, I would just simply increase the pedal assist level. But instead on this one, you basically you have the possibility of going all the way top speed on this bike, no matter which pedal assist level you're in when you're using throttle. So eco got us up to about 8 miles an hour. Tour, let's see what this one gets us up to. Now this bike has a ton of pedal assist levels. I was actually really surprised how many it has. This is getting us to 12 miles an hour. The next one is Sport. See what this one gets us up to. And we do have a torque sensor on this, going about 15 miles an hour. Sport Plus, and each one has just a slight boost, so it's a very light increase between each pedal assist. So it is kind of nice that that's the case. This one's getting us a little over 16 miles an hour. And then there is boost, which is the top. Got the shift here. Actually, I'm all the way in the hardest gear because this has a 6-speed, which is a little bit more rare these days. Typically 7-speed is as small as you get. Well, I'm gonna start pedaling even faster. Oh, this is definitely the fastest trike I have been on. We're exceeding 20 miles an hour. We're at 20.8 is what I've seen on this. That's very fast for a trike. All right, let's slow down. And that was my last pedal assist level. Let's go ahead and use the throttle. See what the throttle gets us up to. Now, in the past, other models that I've reviewed on trikes, the fastest I was ever able to get up to was about 17, but this is doing 20 miles an hour with the throttle, which is pretty impressive for a trike. Not many go that fast just because if you turn at this speed, it can be a little bit risky. Well, there's your proof. This thing can go 20 miles an hour and it can also climb that massive 19 to 20% grade. I've never seen a eTrike climb that hill that fast. This thing is super impressive. So if you live in a hilly area, this is a trike that I would strongly consider looking at because it has no problems taking on those big hills. Now, back here, it does have a differential. So if you are turning corners and applying power to the bike, you're not gonna have to worry about both wheels spinning at the same speed. With this differential, it can allow the wheels to spin at different rotations, allowing you to turn those corners a lot smoother. And I found myself typically not liking to turn more than 10 miles an hour on most trikes, but on this one, I got a little bit brave and I went over 16 miles an hour around a sharp turn, and this thing stayed completely stable. And I think that's all to do with the way that these back wheels function. Now, this whole system runs off of a 48-volt setup. This has a 20 amp hour battery that can get a massive 70 miles of estimated range according to the manufacturer. But not only that, they sell a dual battery version. The second battery would attach right back here. So if you want to go crazy and go 140 estimated miles, well, it can possibly do that with the 2 batteries that you put on here. That's 40 amp hours of power if you go with the dual battery version that they offer on this bike. Now, if we take a look up at the cockpit up here, you are going to get these nice swept back bars and you're going to get an adjustable stem. This thing is made for pure comfort. Not only that, you do get these slip-on kind of faux leather ergonomic grips that I found to be pretty comfortable going down the road. Next to the grip, you do get a set of turn signals that are going to be physical switches, so you'll know if the switch is actually on or not. Now, the turn signals do not appear on the screen, so you'll just have to look down at the switch and make sure that it's in the middle when they're off and to the left or right whenever they're on. Then you have a horn right below that. And then right next to that, you do have your control pad allowing you to power it on, go through the menu system, and change between your pedal assist levels. Next to this, you do get a Bafang LCD screen that has a little bit of color to it, not a lot, but it's bright enough to be able to see in the daylight. It's not the brightest screen or the most detailed screen that I've ever seen, but it displays all the information that you would possibly need when you go down the road. Next to that, we do have something that's a little bit rare, a Shimano 6-speed shifter. We haven't seen 6-speed shifters in a while. Most of these Shimano shifters are going to be 7-speed or the 8-speed shifters, but they chose to go with the 6-speed, and I think that it fits this bike really well, mainly because you're not going to be doing a lot of crazy riding with this where you need a ton of gears. You're basically going to be zooming around with that large battery, or maybe even the dual battery. You don't really need to switch between too many gears. So 6-speed on this saves a little bit of weight, and also it's a little bit cheaper if you have any issues with the transmission at all. And next to the shifter, you do get an easy to press thumb throttle. Now, taking a look at these brakes, these are Gemma brakes. I haven't ever used Gemma brakes, but they look a lot like Logan brakes. And these are hydraulic brakes. They come with 2 piston calipers, front and back. The front has a 180 mil rotor, and your back brake has a split down here, so it actually runs to 2 separate brake systems with 2 calipers and 2 180 mil rotors. So every wheel on this trike actually has a brake, and that's something that we don't see on all trikes on the market. So if you want ultimate stopping power, well, you can't get much better than a 3-brake system. Let's go ahead, let's test out the brakes. We're gonna turn this around here, we're gonna get it up to speed, and we're gonna slam on the brakes. I have a feeling this thing's gonna stop really fast. The fact that this has 20-inch wheels in the back and 24-inch wheel up front is a unique configuration, but it should help aid with the stopping ability, having that bigger tire up front. All right, we're gonna get this up to speed here. Cruising along, 18 miles an hour, and stop. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was probably about 4 or 5 feet that it took for this thing to come to a full stop. And even with the skidding that this thing can do, which is impressive because this has a lot of weight, that means that those disc brakes have to work even more. This thing stopped really, really well. This particular brand, Gemma, I haven't heard of, but honestly, like a lot of these out there, they look like other brands that are kind of more prominent. Like these look like Logan brakes to me, which we see a lot of Logan brake lookalikes, because I think Logan actually makes them and then they print whatever company's logo on it that's actually wanting to sell the brakes. These brakes do have locks on them. You can flip them down, squeeze them, and now the bike is fully locked and it will not roll. This is because you don't want these things to just start rolling away on you. All trikes have these locking type brakes since they don't have kickstands. Now the brakes worked really good on this, and I think a lot of that has to do with also the tires that are on here. You are getting some LLAMA e-bike tires. These do look like Cho Yang tires, and they have the reflective tape around the outside. And you might be looking at these tires thinking, is the front wheel bigger? It actually is. It's a 24-inch by 4-inch wide tire, where the back wheels are 20-inch by 4 inches wide. Most eTrikes come with 20-inch wheels front and back. Well, they wanted you to get a smoother ride and be able to confidently go over any obstacle that gets in your way. So they put the larger 24-inch wheel up front with that 4-inch wide tire. So you're getting a fat tire trike with a bigger front wheel. Now that's gonna give you the smooth ride that I'm talking about. And if that's not smooth enough for you, they do have a suspension fork up front that gives you roughly about 80 millimeters of travel. It has a lockout on it and a preload. So if you don't want to use the suspension or you want to adjust it a little bit, you can do that on this particular fork. Now they say that the CT10 can actually fit somebody that is 5 foot all the way up to 6'5". And it comes with this super comfortable seat that has a little bit of cushion on the back here. And when it comes to the lights on this bike, you do get a front headlight that can be mounted to the actual fork, or it can be mounted to the front basket. And then you do have a tail light back here that'll display turn signals, along with independent lights on the very back fenders. Most of the time on bikes where they have fenders back here and a single light in the back, they don't put actual working lights. It's only usually reflectors. But back here, these are actually working lights. Very, very nice to see. And you even have a little tiny license plate holder if you ever want to put one of those custom license plates on this bike. So there you go. That's the LLAMA CT10. 2 more things that I want to mention to you guys. According to their website, this is a UL certified battery that comes on this bike. So it should be safe to charge in your house or in the office or wherever you're going to take this bike. And also, this bike comes fully assembled. I can't tell you how valuable that is because I've assembled eTrikes that are completely unassembled and it takes hours to actually do. This was shipped on a nice crate, delivered by a private company and put down right on my driveway. So if you guys are interested in the LLAMA CT10, I would definitely recommend checking out their website. I've got some links down below where you can get right to this particular model and maybe check out some of the other models that they offer, because this isn't the only eTrike that they offer. And of course, if you use those links, it does come back and help out this channel just a little bit, and I would greatly appreciate it. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this content, click the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this and how fast this eTrike actually went. Most eTrikes only get up to about 16 miles an hour max. This thing hit 20 miles an hour. All right, guys, you know what to do. Get out there and ride your e-bike.